Are you experiencing a midlife crisis? Overcoming a stumbling block? Are you constantly thinking, my life is over? Then this podcast is undeniably for you. Hello, and welcome to the Connected Minds podcast. Today, we will discuss ways to reinvent, in other words, ways to try and change the things you don't like about yourself. Reinventing yourself entails changing aspects of yourself that you dislike or that no longer serve you. For example, it could completely change your profession, change unhealthy habits or traits, or learn new skills. If you feel the desire to recreate yourself, it could be due to one of two reasons. You realize you're on the wrong path, in the wrong career, or in the wrong relationship. This indicates that you have been climbing the incorrect ladder. You realize you're not moving quickly enough. You have a goal, but it appears to be unattainable. If any of these reasons sound relatable to you, then you must certainly try the following ways to help reinvent yourself. Research shows that trying to visualize yourself in the future is tricky. People who imagine a future self begin to imagine someone entirely different. The term alter ego comes from the Latin phrase other I. A second self, a trusted friend, is what an alter ego is. In other words, it is someone else with whom you can converse in your own mind. For instance, imagine some XYZ kind and sweet person as your alter ego if you want to inculcate kindness and empathy. If you want to be more entrepreneurial, look up to successful individuals like Oprah or Elon Musk for inspiration. Alter egos work since they allow you to disassociate from your self-limiting beliefs. You may be too hard on yourself, but if you imagine yourself as someone with strong or selfless values, such as Bill Gates, it will be much easier to integrate your beliefs with theirs. By doing some quick brainstorming, you can identify your alter ego character. Have you had any childhood heroes? Are there any actual or imaginary persons whose characteristics you admire? Can you make up a person to represent your values if you can't think of anyone? Go deeper once you've created your alter ego. Analyze your chosen individual. What are they up to? What is their typical day like? What are their routines? What is their everyday life like? Are there any characteristics you share with them? During meditation, imagine yourself as your alter ego, summon your alter ego during periods of anxiety or difficulty, and consult your alter ego when faced with difficult choices in your life. You can even make a screensaver of them, dress in a way that reminds you of them, or wear a special shirt to stimulate your alter ego. Sometimes it's difficult to reinvent yourself if you feel trapped. However, the only way out of a rut is to change your interests, thoughts, and how you spend your time. Remember the mentors and alter egos you defined in the previous step? Great, now find out what their interests are. What books does your hero read? What are the interests of your role model? What does your role model do in their spare time? Following that, you have the fuel to transform into the best version of yourself. You must now focus on your primary objectives. If you haven't already, make a list of your top goals and then narrow it down to your top 3 to 5. Why only so few, you might wonder. Individuals who concentrate on too many goals tend to achieve nothing, so it's better to focus on a few goals rather than many. These are your essential goals, goals you must complete regardless of what happens. Sit in seclusion. If you are prone to feeling very alone, you should skip this step. However, if you're okay with being alone, it is known that solitude has numerous advantages. But first, what is the distinction between being lonely and being alone in isolation? When you're alone, you often have the negative perception of being sad and unwanted. So, naturally, this is something we want to avoid. But, conversely, solitude is the positive thought of knowing you're okay with being alone. According to research, being alone can help you feel more free, creative, intimate, and spiritual. Even 10 minutes alone, away from the computer and loud neighbors, can help us go inward. The outfits you wear can have a significant impact on your success. Are you dressed in clothes that convey achievement and professionalism? In an interesting 2014 study, researchers observed male subjects dressed in suits, sweatpants, or their normal attire as they began mediation with a partner. The outcomes? Those who suited up professionally closed more lucrative deals, while those who dressed casually seemed to have lower testosterone levels. Attempt to alter your diet. Even if you are not overweight, incorporating healthier options into your diet will only benefit you. Eating more fruit will help you lose weight and boost your happiness and persistence, making it easier to reinvent yourself to develop into a healthier, more joyful, and better version of yourself from within. Create discomfort in your surrounding. When humans get too comfortable in their lives, they become stagnant. We are meant to challenge ourselves. So, each day, try to accomplish a task that takes you slightly beyond your comfort zone. It could be as simple as eating by yourself at a cafe if you're naturally shy, or finally wearing that bikini even though you know everyone is staring. Also, get rid of everything you no longer like, utilize, or acquire. Clutter is simply stuff that isn't the best version of you, so why keep it? You'll be able to find the real you by donating, selling, and recycling your old belongings, which is a very simple way to reinvent yourself as the person you've always wanted to be. So you've made the decision to reinvent yourself and implement some of the suggestions above. However, researchers discovered that people who recreate themselves are frequently unhappy. Because when individuals reinvent themselves, they frequently dissolve their relationships with friends as they adopt a new identity or abandon old hobbies. There is, however, a silver lining. If you can keep your friends or even make new ones, your possibilities of happiness increase dramatically. Consider the people you spend time with as part of your reinvention strategy. Make sure that your friends and family members reflect nothing but positive energy concerning your process of reinventing yourself. Along the way, you should develop some good habits that will help you and your life run smoothly. They will assist you in overcoming any difficulties that may arise in the future. Life isn't always easy. However, if you have the right tools to navigate it, you can get through difficult times faster and more gracefully. I hope you find this podcast helpful. I will see you at the next one.